Mickey, it's quite strange to be stood here with you in mid-March with a tan, but that's because you've been outside for the last week with some really intense practice in Desert Springs. How good was that?
Yeah, the training was exceptional. Weather was brilliant, as you can see by my tan, and but the training was excellent. But above all, the training, which is a non-negotiable, the players' work ethic outstanding, attitudes outstanding. Above all was gelling the new group, and I couldn't be happier with the sort of energy and the culture that was kind of created there. I'm really excited. The new boys have fitted in exceptionally well, and not only brought a presence but brought a real class to our squad. So really happy with last week.
Yeah, and it was the first time really you've had the full squad together, bar overseas players. But it was also the first chance that David, Lloyd and Samit had to kind of get their messages across as well. So how was that?
Yeah, well, it was just great having them there. You know, they well, Lloydie, we know he oozes captaincy material. He's a leader. I could see the guys really, really following him, and yeah, he was exceptional. But again, a man of very few words, but his actions speak louder than words. And you know, the way he went about his training, the way he went about his preparation was second to none. And then the others follow. Summit was outstanding. You know, he's a wealth of knowledge, having been around the county game for so long, and also played in other conditions. I just really enjoy talking cricket to him because our debates and our conversations around that are exceptional. So without a doubt, those two added a massive amount of value. But then you throw in all the new recruits, and our squad has developed really nicely. And again, I say I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, and we saw Nye Donald talking throughout the week about how he thinks the sky is the limit for the squad. It's a very exciting time with all the recruits. I mean, you must be really excited to get back on grass in the next couple of weeks and really see what this team can do. Yeah,
exactly right. We always say the best pre-season ever, but it has been good, and we just want to get out and play now. Next week, hopefully, we get some weather, and we can start with the game against Saka, and then at the end of the week the universities. Our overseas players arrive the 1st of April, so to get them into that squad and create that dynamic with them, and then also to see the form of players, because ultimately it's going to. We've got such a nice squad, and it's going to cause some selection dilemmas and headaches, which is a great position to be in. As I said, it would always take 2 years to get the squad to exactly where I sort of wanted it, and I'm very happy with the players that we have at our disposal now. Everything has gone skill level, class, if you like, of our squad in an all-round holistic capacity. And potential has gone through the roof, but it only is potential. We know we've got to get out there and we've got to perform now. So can't wait to get it started.
Yeah, and of course you've had a week outside in the sun in Spain. Back in Derby now, it's not the best weather, but what are the training plans for the next week or so? Yeah,
I've just walked out on the outfield and had a chat with Neil, and I've got a lot of mud on my shoes. We're going to try as best we can. Get out there, whether it be one lane, whatever, and the ground staff are excellent. They, as I say, they're one of us. We're all working towards a common goal. So they're going to be trying damn hard for us, and hopefully we can get out at some point this week.
Yeah, and you've had a lot of players overseas over the winter. Recently, the 2 overseas players who are coming have been in action. Mohamed Amir had a decent PSL. Blair Tickner's been in good form in New Zealand. How closely are you watching what they're doing, and how are you seeing where they'll fit in to the squad? Yeah,
I watch them. I watch them all the time. I mean, I'm watching cricket from all over the globe all the time. But obviously, I've got a real interest in those 2 players now. Obviously, with them coming to us. So, yeah, it's nice. I go to bed at night and my head I've got all these combinations going around in my head. How best do we want to play the game? Do we need a batsman who can come in and take the game away in the middle order? Do we need stability in the middle order? These are all the questions we ask ourselves. But ultimately, it'll come down to who's in form. We can go with all these plans, and I know I've been in the game long enough to know you can plan and plan and plan, but it never ever works out that way because there's always injuries, there's always loss of form, there's always something that derails your best laid plans. So I'm just so happy and excited to see how, having seen the guys in Spain like really stand up and want to fight for a position, but really see them now in competition when there's a consequence on the game. You know, you nick off, you're going to be out, and that consequence is going to determine how we line up on April the 5th against Gloucestershire. So there's a lot at stake. The stakes are high now, and that's a good place to be.
Mickey, as ever, thank you.
Pleasure.